I'm sure we all came to the same conclusion rather quickly, that their union is both atypical and quite comfortable at the same time. Though how we arrived at that conclusion obviously differs in the details. Marie and I first met them as a unit, as a single entity for dinner up in Cambria, California, near our home in Paso Robles. They were on their way home from their first big road trip together. And the first big road trip, of course, is really a test, camouflaged as something fun. It's quite possibly a bigger deal breaker than meeting the friends of the family for the first time, right? There you are, caught up in your own personal episode of The Amazing Race. But they were passing the test with flying colors and really sealing the deal. Honestly, it was like spending time with two old friends rather than just one and their new love interest. Though the newness of the occasion did emerge every once in a while, there was a moment when Jason said, "Isn't Grace wonderful?" Which is the kind of thing one would expect to hear in that situation, but the slight twist is that Grace was still sitting there with us. She hadn't excused herself. And it was more of a statement than a question. "Isn't Grace wonderful?" was the kind of thing Jason just felt compelled to say, along the lines of, "What a beautiful evening," or "It's great to be alive." The kind of exclamation that doesn't really need a response. But we answered anyway. We said yes.
We are gathered here to bless the sacred union of Grace and Jason, preparing for the next stage of their lives through the divinity of marriage. And what shall their invocation be? As often with invocations, they ask each other for aid, for protection, and for inspiration. Let us together pause within ourselves to also offer them these.
Jason, you are who I waited for. This love is what I wanted, but almost lost faith in existing or unfolding for me. You saw the deep red glow in the fog, the radiant heart that I had been protecting from the world. I now give to you my radiant heart, and I trust that you will protect it and cherish it. Your gentle heart is a gift that I will also treasure.
Grace Althea Clements, on this day, with our families as witnesses, both original flavor and new and improved, I vow to you to be gentle with your heart, accepting of your doubts, and a champion of your desires. I vow to be grateful, cheerful, attentive, adoring, adorable, presentable, generous, faithful, and deserving of the gift of being your husband for as long as I live. I love you and I like you.
Do you, Grace and Jason's friends and family, promise to support them in their marriage, to love them, and encourage their love for each other? All right. By the power vested in me, by the state of California, and by the Universal Life Church in Seattle, Washington, www.ulc.org, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Please kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to present for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Jason and Grace Duplessis.
The sun can beat down upon you, trying to turn this varnished wood yellow and gray. And it takes a lot of effort to keep the bright work gleaming. But when you see the golden teak glowing in the sun, it's worth it. Hey, you guys chose this nautical theme. It practically begs for this metaphor. So here's my wish for you. May the wind fill your sails and be always at your back. May the waves be only large enough to keep the journey interesting. May you enjoy the company of fellow travelers along the way. May the birds of spring fly out to meet you with fragrant flowers. And may that distant shore always be just over the horizon. Grace and Jason, here's to you. We love you.
We are delighted that our little brother has found his match, someone who appreciates his sense of humor and his quirky personality, someone who loves him unconditionally. We are also so excited to welcome Grace into our family as our sister. Thank you, Grace, for loving Jason. It is a blessing that our dad was able to meet Grace and see the two of you happy together. So, as Dad would say, way to go, Butch. She's a keeper. So let's raise a glass to the beautiful couple, Grace and Jason. Cheers. We love you.